The Arctic's one of the biggest question marks that there is. We don't know a lot about what's happening in the northern environments. We just know that if it does change, there will be consequences that will be felt globally.
Ocupando cerca de um terço do território canadiano, a área conhecida simplesmente como o Norte ocupa um lugar cada vez menos periférico no imaginário e identidade nacional dos canadianos do Sul, que em anos recentes têm investido na sua exploração científica e económica. Entre estes novos exploradores, encontra-se o biogeólogo Andrew Medeiros, que há 10 anos lidera uma equipa de cientistas dedicada ao estudo do ecossistema do Ártico e à sua sustentabilidade face ao rápido desenvolvimento industrial na região e ao aquecimento global.
In the summer, the Arctic is a water world. Infiltration is not possible due to the permafrost horizon, so the water will stagnate throughout the environment, both in terms of rainfall and snowmelt. And so you end up with landscapes that are dotted with thousands upon thousands of lakes. So my research concentrates on examining changes to aquatic systems. And we do most of our work in northern environments because we can understand how the beginning and end point and continuation and trajectory of these systems may be altered due to some kind of outside disturbance, including environmental change. You're working in an area in which there's a long-standing tradition of history and culture that is changing very quickly. The largest misconception about the Arctic is that it's this place devoid of anything, an ice and snow world. And people forget that this is somebody's home. The North is home to the Aboriginal peoples that have called it home for generations and generations and generations. They are Canadian. They identify as being Canadian.
Filho de pai luso-canadiano e mãe descendente de várias etnias, Andrew teve poucas oportunidades para explorar as suas raízes culturais, em parte devido ao facto de seus pais terem emigrado de Toronto para a Flórida enquanto criança. Aí, Andrew foi confrontado com a segregação racial ainda dominante no sul dos Estados Unidos, onde a sua suposta herança cultural acabou por lhe dar a oportunidade de estudar ciências na escola.
The only reason that I'm here is because I left Canada and was exposed to a racist southern United States curriculum that had already had mechanisms to deal with prejudice and segregation. One of the funny things is you're always asked to check a box. What's your cultural identity? What's your heritage? And those boxes are based on political and sometimes ridiculous means of what you should check as a box. And it was quite offensive for myself and my family to check a box when I went to school in the United States. So they'd check it for you, and I was often labeled Mexican. Ironically, by checking a box, somebody put me into a scientific outreach community for a program in the United States for underprivileged minority kids because somebody checked the box that I was Mexican. I've been at several different academic conferences where politicians literally laughed, and the whole room laughs, how there are no Inuit or First Nation or Aboriginal professors to be able to give money to research their own environments. And it's something that is quite disgusting, really, when you think about it, because there are very few initiatives to have diversity in education and promote diversity and promote science as an opportunity for children that are expected to just be hunters, gatherers, workmen, or servers. And so I started working with a lot of the northern communities and children and community-based groups to integrate science and opportunity and show them something about their own environment that they hadn't actually been exposed to before. Understanding and researching as a concept was not there and is not presented in schools in the same way as you would get in a southern education system. And basically what drives us to continue with research is to be able to integrate something that benefits people in northern communities. And so having these kinds of community relationships is particularly important for me, and it's something that I'll keep doing.